Okay, this is solids in contact 3. I'm going to do this mostly without narrating, so hopefully you're able to follow along. Scratch that. So first thing I need to figure out is where my cone actually sits, because if you look at the image, the sphere is actually in front. I should have noticed that with the hidden detail. So I need to construct this cone first. So I'm actually going to take the radius of the cone, which is 24.5 according to this. That's 25. So I'm going to come down and I leave 10 millimeters, just because some of these pages can be quite tight. So I'm going to come down 10 millimeters, then I'll measure my radius. Then I can draw my plan view of my cone A. No problem at all. Then I need to find sphere B. Now, I can't actually do that yet because I don't actually know how far over it is. Well, can I do it? Not really, because, right, so I have cone A. If I bring down cone B, or not cone B, sphere B, I actually don't know where along this it is. I know that that is there. I know that this point has to be somewhere along here, but I don't know how far down to come. So what I need to do is, like what I've done before, I need to construct another sphere, a ghost sphere, over here, to show me where it will be. So I'm going to just bring over the height. I'm then going to measure the radius of this sphere perpendicularly away from the extreme generator of this cone. So this is the extreme generator. It will be shown along this line in plan. So the extreme generator will go from here on the ground up to the apex here. So I'm going to call this V, because it's a vertex or an apex. So V will be up here, and then let's say V, whatever letter you want to call this. I'm going to call it C for now. There we go, point C. We then need to find where the center point of the ghost sphere for B will be, how far out it will be. It will have to be this distance away, so this radius. I'm going to take that radius, whatever it is, I'm going to just swing a nice little arc from here, from this point here, and I'm then going to just come out perpendicular to this extreme generator. So to do that, I thought that might have been 60 degrees. I'm going to just set up my set squares and use sliding set squares. I'm going to line up an edge, come back a little bit, flip my set square, come out perpendicular. There we go. And then I just need to project a line parallel. So I already have a line parallel, or an edge parallel here. If I just slide this up, so the center point has to be along this line, but it has to be along this line too, so where the two of them cross. There's the center point for my sphere B, my ghost sphere B. Take my radius, which I already have set, Swing my ghost sphere around. There we go. Sitting on the ground, touching the extreme generator of the cone. To find the point of contact now, we need to come perpendicular to the extreme generator from the center point of the sphere. Luckily enough, I already have a line that's perpendicular. Just come down perpendicular, or come down to the center point, come across, found my point of contact in elevation. I can now drop it down to plan. I can now construct the ghost sphere in plan also. Come down, drop down my point of contact. Ooh. There's my point of contact. First off, I want to find where my sphere actually is. So I'm going to take the radius again. I'm going to construct my sphere here, my ghost sphere. I then know that the distance from V to this center point cannot change. So if I want to find a sphere that's touching this cone, but it's kind of sitting in front, it has to be this distance away, but it's somewhere down here. I know that the center point has to be on this line, so all I need to do is take this, swing it around till it crosses this line, and I've found my new center point. So I'm going to take V as my center point for this. I'm going to rotate the center point of that ghost sphere. I'm going to bring it around until it cuts to projection from elevation. I now have my center point for my actual sphere V. I can now construct that. Using my radius. I can also bring over my point of contact. And to find my point of contact, I just need to join my centers. Got my point of contact here, and then project it back up to elevation. And I know what height my point of contact is at because I have one here. Come back across. There's my point of contact. And here's my point of contact. Last thing to do is to show which is hidden and which is not. So I'm just going to do this using a marker real quick. So we would have a hidden detail section just here, because the sphere would come over the cone as the cone gets wider at the bottom. B. Point of contact just here. There would also be hidden detail here, but because this is a construction, it's not really necessary. And there we go. Hopefully that was helpful.